Growing up in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Zach Johnson has always been a prominent figure in his community. In 2008, as the devastating floodwaters ravaged the Midwest, Johnson lent a hand in efforts to rebuild his hometown. Most recently, the 7-time Tour champion and the members of the Zach Johnson Foundation launched its premier event in hopes of providing the kids in the community the same opportunities he was given.
August 1st was our inaugural Zach Johnson Foundation Classic presented by Transamerica. We had 6,000 people out there. We had 25, 26 foursomes with a pro or a celebrity, and this is just the first year. Just trying to get it rolling, trying to get it started, and the future's bright.
Aegon Transamerica came forward as our title sponsor and gave us enough money to pay for the event. So we could then go out to the community and say, every dollar you give us, 100 cents of that will go to do the work that we want to do. I think that's incredibly impactful in the community to say, every dollar goes back.
Good to see you, buddy.
The Zach Johnson Foundation Classic raised more than $500,000, but the giving back continued after the final putt.
My wife and I would like to announce that the last 2 days, the money that's come in, we're going to match every dollar.
We'd raised just a little more than $500,000 in the 2 days, so we suddenly have $1 million for the Zach Johnson Foundation to do the work that we've committed to do.
When you say together, anything is possible, you just saw it here today. Together, we came up with $1 million, which had never before been done. It exceeded our wildest imaginations, and we're going to take that and put it to use where it'll help the most kids.
Because he can attest to it. Sometimes I was, yeah.
Several PGA Tour players unified their efforts at Elmcrest Country Club in support of a good cause.
My peers came out, they understood that, this is what golf's about. That's the beauty of the game, that's the beauty of the PGA Tour.
The PGA Tour, we always brag about over $1 billion given to charity, but that's through PGA Tour events. That's not counting events like this that Zach and Kim are putting on in their hometown that raise so much money and really do so much good, because it's a lot of money for this community in a small town that doesn't have a PGA Tour event, doesn't have a big fundraising vehicle like the PGA Tour. So they're doing a great job with it, and it's just nice to be a part of it.
There's a certain amount of players that have their own foundations, that have their own charity events, and I think it's a great way for each guy to be able to give back and go play in different guys' events and help raise money for good causes.
I'm amazed at the amount of people who've come out to support Zach, to support his foundation, and support the charities involved, and then you just have some people who just love golf.
The magnitude of support normally found on the PGA Tour was reflected in the Cedar Rapids community.
Zach and Kim so badly want to give back to this community, and they embrace the community, and I think as a result of that, the community embraces them back. We've been able to accomplish a lot here in a couple of days, but without them, you couldn't do this.
That's where I grew up. These are the people that, more ways than one, supported me from day one. I was overwhelmed, I was humbled. However, I'm not that surprised. That's what the people do. It's just about being good stewards and giving.